Hello again, welcome. I did not unmute anything for that, so I will refresh where we're at, what we were. Hi, welcome to the Initiative Order, friends. Thank you all very much for joining us for our Death in Space campaign, A Corrupted Frontier. We are on episode 9 of the show, of our sci-fi horror extravaganza. I think that's where I got up to before I realised we weren't there. So, thank you all very much for joining us. I will quickly go around the virtual table and introduce my cast, and then we'll jump into our intro, and then we'll jump into the session with a little quick recap and some fun, friendly, chill vibes. You know, it's all chill vibes. So let me start with. Let me look at the screen. Mira.
Hi, I'm Dawn. I play Mira here on the campaign, who is a chrome technomant. So I'm basically a computer program running inside an organic body. And yeah, she, her are my pronouns, and they're also Mira's pronouns.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. Next up is Echo.
I'm Rachel Beauregard. I'm playing Echo, the Void navigator, I suppose. Their pronouns are they, them. Mine are she, they.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. Next up is Lunar.
I'm Melissa Rose. I'm playing Lunar Terrison. She is a punk human ex-soldier. Definitely fine. Definitely okay. For sure. She, her.
Thank you very much. Next up is Xander.
That time I was muted. Hello. My name is Mazz. My pronouns are they, them, and I will be playing Xander Patarian, a chrome as well. His origins are a mystery to most.
Just not me.
The only one.
Yes. Next up is Wyoming.
Hello, my name is Wyoming Jones, your very favorite space vagabond, and I have no idea why I'm speaking like this.
Wyoming, the man of many voices. And last, but by certainly no means least, the captain of our crew, Bobbi.
Hi, I'm Cori. I use she, they pronouns, and I'm playing Bobbi, a punk tow trucker botanist and captain of the Stella. And Bobbi also uses she, they pronouns.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. So, that is my cast. I'm Danny, he, him, GM, the person who is going to torment these wonderful people in front of me. But with that, we will dive into our Death in Space campaign, A Corrupted Frontier. And we are back. So, check we're not muted. To give a slight recap on last session, our crew of the Stella had been out and claimed their first bounty, which was the dead or alive wanted individual known as Bozapper, previously the head of a criminal gang gone AWOL turned serial killer. The group found where Bozapper was hiding, went to investigate, encountered this person, a fight ensued, Bozapper died, certain people lost a leg, and a trip back was made. During that trip back, a new crew member was added in the form of Echo, who then assisted with navigation, and their hibernation pod was utilized so that Xander could heal their leg. The crew made it back to the Iron Ring, where they are to claim their bounty, as they have not yet claimed it. They have docked on the station after having a brief conversation with a dock hand by the name of Stephen, who assisted quite thoroughly in their docking procedure, and they have split the party, shall we say, to deal with a multitude of items on their to-do list. Xander, Bobbi, and Lunar have taken the head of Bozapper, as he thought best to remove that and separate it from the body, as he somehow resurrected himself on the ship briefly. So they have taken Bozapper's head to the Wardens, which is the kind of marshal, sheriff, sort of kind of Wild West law enforcement group on the Iron Ring, in the hopes of claiming the bounty, find out a bit more information, and see what they can get for the head of Bozapper. Whilst Echo, Mira, and Wyoming, the three musketeers, the three best friends, the BFFs on this ship, were tasked with going to the Iron Ring's library, this huge kind of plethora of old and lost history within the solar system. Whilst here, the plan is to do some research on void shards, these strange little black crystals with like yellow veins running through them, one of which was found within the chest of Bozapper, and they kind of want to get some more information on these and see what the deal is, where they come from, what's it all about, so they can kind of know what's going on as well with that. So the group split up and went their two ways. Xander, Bobbi, and Lunar went straight to the Wardens, having been on the Iron Ring for a while, kind of knew the general direction. Bobbi leading the charge. Echo, Mira, and Wyoming went the other way, not in the direction of the library, but the wrong way. But on their travels past a very lively looking bar called The Rig, and decided they would go in and have a drink for the moment. And that's where we left those three. Bobbi, Lunar, and Xander made it to the Warden's office, their kind of headquarters here on the Iron Ring. And as Bobbi opened the door to enter the building, was sprayed with blood and viscera as a person stood directly in front of them, had a hole blown through their head by a warden stood at the back of the front desk. Clearly this individual was attempting to leave when they shouldn't be, and was shot, killed. The body collapsing in front of Bobbi and the warden at the back saying, "Dead or alive, we put dead or alive on the bounties, and we put dead first for a reason. You'll still get your 200 hollows, shift the body to a person next to them." And that's where we left last episode. So, to bring us back into the present, Echo, Mira, and Wyoming, the three of you have entered this lively bar and found yourselves a table in the heart of this establishment. That is a small, round, It was once a oil barrel with a steel mesh kind of placed on top as the tabletop, and 3 metal stools around it. The 3 of you sit down and take a second, kind of survey your surroundings, and you see a lot of different kind of looking laborers and construction type deal people. A lot of people in overalls and boots, kind of average Joe worker looking types in this bar. A lot of big, gruff, burly looking individuals sat around drinking from what look like metal cups rather than glass or bottles or anything like that. And then in the corner at the back you see a very large bar kind of set up there. The 3 of you have sat down. What are you guys, what are you doing at this point?
Oh, Echo muted.
Oh, wasn't talking just yet, but here I am. Well, is this the place where they're gonna come serve us? Is there a bar?
You don't know. You're sat there. There's no one has come to your table.
Can feel it, guys. Someone here is going to double cross us. Echo, let's be honest. Are you going to double cross us? I recognize a double crosser when I see it.
Well, at least not until I've had a drink.
Yeah, that's smart.
Remind me again what this has to do with gathering information.
Yeah, we'll see. The drinks are like the lubricant, the social lubricant that we're going to use for gathering that information. Right, Echo?
Absolutely. I just also figured first time being off the ship in a while, we could all use it, right? What's the worst that could happen?
Absolutely. As fast as we get drunk, as fast as we can gather information. That's how it works in my head.
In my experience, being inebriated does not help in the gathering or retaining of information.
Yeah, that's because your lack of experience, real experience, field experience. This, my friend, this is the field. This is where you can get real experience. So let's get some.
I
All
will
right.
get us some drinks. I'll go up and try and see if I can get attention of the bartender.
Yeah, you get up, you head over to where the bar is, and you see an individual stood behind the bar, appearing to be cleaning some of these metal cups with what was once a white rag. It's now kind of got more of a green tinge to it in most places, but they're stood there cleaning these cups, and they look over to you and they do the barman nod.
I don't know what guess specials.
Special?
I don't know what you serve here, but I just need 3 of something.
Special's coming right up. And they turn away, and you see him kind of go to a counter at the back, pull out a big jug with the cork in, and pop the cork and pour into 3 glasses, 3 cups, put the cork back on, and put the jug underneath the counter, like away from prying eyes. Come back and go, there you go, 3 hollows.
Okay, take the drinks.
Enjoy. Kind of give you like a little smirk as they say that.
Uh-oh. Oh well, take them over to the table and just...
I take my cup and I just drink it very, very quick. Just to the bottom.
Okay. Make me a body roll.
Wyoming, don't you know to not drink something you haven't poured yourself?
I'm drinking.
What even is this?
I
don't know.
No.
I don't know. 14?
Okay. 14 works. You managed to keep it down, Wyoming. But it's strong. It's one of the stronger drinks you've had, and you drank a lot of different things, Wyoming.
Oh, a lot.
Yes. Mira and Echo, you sit there and watch Wyoming completely down this cup of liquid, shall we say? What are the two of you doing with your drinks?
I'll take a sip very cautiously just to see what this stuff is.
Okay. You're going to take a sip?
Yeah. I'll just
Okay.
take a...
Okay. Roll me a tech roll.
Oh.
While she's doing that, I gotta go get a straw from the bar.
Okay.
It's a 7 tech.
7 tech. Okay, that's a fail. Anything below a 12 is a fail. But you take your little sip and you're like, you've not really drank alcohol a lot during your days. But you know what the taste of fuel is like. Of ship fuel and that sort of combustible material. And you can definitely taste some of that in this drink. But it is laced with something else to attempt to mask the flavour, shall we say.
Delightful.
It's kind of yummy. Can I get another?
Are you sure that's wise?
Can I drink yours? You're just sipping. I mean, sipping is not actually drinking. Everyone knows that.
I think I have had enough. And I slide it towards him over the table. It's
Okay.
all yours.
So, whilst Wyoming is downing Mira's drink, Echo, you pop back over to the bar for a straw.
You guys have straws?
And the bartender turns to you and goes, "A what?"
Fucking turtles, man.
What's a turtle? What?
Never mind. I'll go back to the table and just try it.
Make me a savvy roll as you return to the table.
It's a natural 15.
Okay. As you're walking back to the table, you feel your foot run over something, and you look down and you see maybe 7 to 8 inches of rubber tubing lay on the floor. It could be a straw.
Sure, why not? I'll give that a try.
Okay.
Yucky.
Looks no cleaner than the rag the barman was using to clean the cups with.
Brilliant, love it. I'll go sit down and I'll just get my straw up under my mask and start sipping.
Oh,
Okay.
did you find a straw?
They don't even know what straws are.
I think that they use the term a little pipe. You need to ask for a little pipe and they can give you some kind of straw. I saw it in a movie of the 21st century.
Huh. Well, I guess for now, I'm just gonna use this dirty floor pipe.
That's disgusting, man. It suits you.
Thank you.
So, information. Can we ask about the bartender? How many drinks it's going to cost to gather some information? Because I'm up to the test.
Information from the bartender?
Information of everything and anything. Remember, we're in a bar. A bar is like a library with alcohol. You can know things here. You can learn things from here. So many people, so many knowledge, so many alcohol. It's amazing. It's like paradise.
If there does seem to be someone who knows information, perhaps you should offer to buy them a drink.
I think he knows. And I just randomly point to somebody in the bar.
Okay. Okay. Let me just roll some dice real quick for this. Let's hope I roll low. I'm just going to say that, guys. Cool, I didn't. So, Wyoming turns, shouts some points, saying, I think they know. And points behind you, Echo, whilst you're sipping your gasoline. And Mirror, you turn and look behind Echo at where Wyoming's pointing. Echo, I mean, you'd have to turn all the way around to see this individual. But after Wyoming says that and points, Echo, you do see a shadow loom over you. As a 6'8", 3.5 foot wide individual stands leaning over, looks directly at Wyoming and goes, "What did you call me?"
What did you hear? Because I talk a lot. I say a lot of stuff. And I have
We were
a
wondering
really...
if you would like a beverage.
Yes, exactly. Would you like to take a beverage? My party is paying for it.
They squint. And they go, "Yeah, go on then. Seeing as you owe me one."
Yes, of course. And I like to pay my debts. Because that's how people know me for.
So,
Wyoming paying debts Jones.
wait, Wyoming?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. You see them turn to another person behind them who's not facing you guys. They're not engaged in your conversation. They're talking to someone else. And this large gentleman turns and goes, "Frank, didn't know Wyoming mess with your sister?" And you see this individual turn. And this person also is about 6'7", like 4 feet wide, in overalls that are, you can see the seams are very much on the cusp of splitting on these overalls. They turn and they go, "My sister's a saint. That Wyoming. I remember him. I remember what he did." And as he says this and turns, he looks you square in the face and he goes, "You."
I mean, this is all a misunderstanding. I'm pretty sure your sister is a saint. At least that's how I remember her. I mean, wait, no. Oh shit.
So, as this conversation begins, Mira, as you're kind of facing all this from your seat, you notice that there are about 6 individuals now stood around behind Frank and this other individual, all similar build. Two of them appear to be clutching tools. And Frank starts to approach Wyoming, slowly, kind of grinding his teeth as he does, not saying a word.
Excellent. You already know each other.
Allegedly.
This should make things easy.
Yeah, you can say that. At least for one of us.
Frank grabs Wyoming by the scruff of your shirt and slowly starts to pull you up. You're now standing, Wyoming, but Frank continues to pull you up to eye level.
Jesus.
Echo.
I'll stand up.
Yeah, you stand up. You're next to Wyoming, who is no longer stood on the ground at this point.
Oh boy.
Listen, I'm sure we can all be grown-ups about this. There's no need to get physical.
Oh, this won't take long.
I'm sure of that.
I'm going to ask you one last time to unhand my friend.
And you see, whilst they're holding Wyoming at eye level, floating in the air, they turn to you and go, "Or what?"
Echo, stop talking and hit him.
Looks like I'll have to unhand you. And I would like to whip out my sword and try and cut his hand off.
Okay. Cool. So roll me an attack roll, which will be with your weapon, body.
Not me, I'm sure.
Wow. 14.
14. Okay, that's a success. Quick question. Are you flipping the switch on your weapon as they say? You're pulling the
I'd rather
trigger.
just let him bleed than cauterize it.
Okay. So, in a quick flash, Wyoming, you drop to the floor. Still with something clutching at your chest. Mira, you see a flash, kind of a whip from Echo, in front of Wyoming. Wyoming drops to the floor, and then you all hear a very high-pitched shrill of a scream escape Frank's lungs as he staggers back and drops to the floor in a seated position, clutching where his forearm used to be. And the other big gentleman that was with him kind of drops and grabs Frank by the shoulders, and he's like, oh my god. And Frank is in hysterics, crying at the loss of his arm. And as he's kind of there crying, he looks over to Echo and he's like, I can't believe you've done this. I need this for work. He owes my sister money. He owes her 5 hollows. No need for this.
Are hollows physical currency?
Yes. They're like a small metallic disc.
Cool. I'll just take out 5 hollows and chuck them at him.
He just kind of they clatter on the floor in front of him, and he continues to cry.
We did ask nicely.
I want to turn to Mira and just be like, "Are you okay?"
Oh, yes. He didn't touch me.
I'm fine. Thanks for asking.
To the library?
This is getting weird. Should we stay or should we go? We have no information. And I'm kind of, I feel bad about this guy. I mean, he has no arm now.
I thought this was going quite well.
Yeah. Yeah, this is fun. Let's carpe diem, suckers. And I just yell at the top of my lungs. You see? You filthy rats! What happens to the people that try to hurt me and my friends? You're gonna lose an arm! So, if one of you have some information that we need, this is the time to talk, or you're gonna lose a limb. This is my final warning for everyone. And I want another drink for free.
Okay. Wyoming, can you roll me a savvy roll?
Absolute. Nine.
Cool. Okay.
Can I use a void point?
Yes, you can. You can spend a void point to reroll, but if you fail, be warned.
Okay, you don't mind if I do. 17.
Okay. Frank is kind of, whilst you're projecting this tirade, Frank is picked up onto his feet by his friend, and they kind of are starting to retreat out of the bar, with Frank kind of under his whimpering breath saying that he's going to report you for this, as they leave sheepishly. The other 6 or so people that were stood around with tools and everything who witnessed all this, before you started speaking, looked very aggressive towards you and your group. They were clutching their tools, like big wrenches and stuff like that, and like ratchet spanners and all that, and they looked ready to beat the living shit out of all of you. But as you stand there, Wyoming, and you let loose this threat, shall we say, they do look kind of off to the side to Echo, who has stood there holding this samurai sword-like weapon, draped in all this black clothing with a mask, and they kind of begin to question their actions. And once you finish, with the assistance of Echo as your hype person next to you, they kind of lower their tools, step back, and one of them at the side kind of grabs just a random person's drink off the bar and hands it to you, Wyoming. And they kind of nod and all go back, about their own business.
And that's what I thought.
So, about that information.
Oh, yeah. So, this is my friend. Very smart. Gonna ask around, and you better, sons of a guns, have some good answers. Mira's the name. Remember that name. Forget Wyoming Jones. Just remember Mira and Echo.
Hello.
Don't. Exactly. You can take it from here, Mira. You can take it from here.
Hello. Do we have the crystal with us?
Yeah, I have it, don't I?
Yeah, Echo's
I
got
think
it.
so. I just like gesture to Echo and I'm like,
I'll hand it to Mira.
has anyone seen anything similar to these before? Out of interest.
Silence befalls you for a moment or two as everyone in the bar that is looking in your direction, because a good like 70% of the bar have kind of tried their best to ignore the three of you now. They kind of look just in more like bewilderment and a lot of shaking of heads, and then you hear a very frail voice come from within the crowd of people. Say, that void shard? I think that's a void shard.
It might be. Do you know any more about it?
I know it's a void shard.
What is its purpose?
Well, it's from the void. The shard.
What does it do?
I don't know.
Where have you seen one before?
In somewhere in space.
Surely you remember.
I mean, it's space.
We are in space, yes.
Yeah. Again, whilst you're having this conversation, you do not see who this person is. There's someone in the crowd.
Can I hear that answer
Yeah,
as well?
yeah. You can all hear this person talking.
Who said that? Who the hell said that? Raise your hand, you little prick.
So, you see two individuals kind of separate, and you see a gentleman step forward, about 4'6" in height, and they're dressed in kind of like smart dress pants, dirty pair of boots, and they have a tank top on, and a hard hat. And because they're in a tank top, you can see this person's physique, and looking at the average physique in this establishment, you realise that they are on the other end of the spectrum. This person weighs about 8 pounds wet through, and they kind of step forward, very small, frail, nervous, and they're like, it's me.
You! Okay. And I just run. Listen. I don't want to hurt you. I'm your friend. And I know I look like a very psychotic person, because I am, but that's not the point. The point is, can you see her? My friend, Mira? Yes?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah.
She's the devil. I live with her.
Okay.
She's very mean. She can say very mean stuff that going to, send you right back to the elementary school or something like that. I don't know if you guys are bullied on the infancy. That's not the point. The thing is that we need like some clear answers, man.
Okay.
You're talking like a space hillbilly. We need some context.
We would very much appreciate it.
Exactly.
Now.
Oh, yeah, elbow Mira, just like trying to get her to be look meaner.
I do my meanest look.
It's the void shard. You found him in space from the void.
Okay. Let's go back to the beginning.
Wyoming. I try to put my hand on Wyoming's shoulder.
What? I'm in the middle of the interrogation.
I get it. I get it, and I support you.
Yes.
I just think that these people are you're too intimidating for them. So I think maybe we should go to the library where less people will be scared of you and we'll be able to get more information.
They've got one in the library. They've got a void shard in the library.
You didn't say that before.
You didn't
That's
ask.
very
You didn't ask
useful.
me. You didn't ask me that. That's what it was.
You're right about that. I
Okay.
can't. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Ooh, this was very cathartic.
Was it?
Yeah, for me at least. Echo. So I know I'm very thankful because you saved my life, and this friendship thing between you and I is very you know.
I don't know you.
No, I'm talking to my friend. You can go now.
You can go away now.
You can go now. Be free.
Okay.
Just run. Just run.
No, I don't do running.
Just walk away, man. I mean, be yourself. Get a haircut.
I mean, I've got a drink. I'll just turn around.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
Excellent.
Have a
Thank
nice
you,
day.
mister. Have a nice day, mister.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye.
Yes,
That went well.
I think. Okay, so Echo, this friendship of you and I, it's very, it's not working for me like now. It's we can discuss this later, and we can use the term momentary friends. We have a very momentum live friendship. If that works for you. So let's go to the library. Do you believe that's the best option for us right now?
I'll take what I can get. I'll just put my sword away. And then as we're going, I guess, I just want to like turn to Mira and just be like, I'm so sorry you had to see that.
I'm not entirely sure what I just witnessed. I'm not entirely sure the purpose of coming into this place still. Shall we return to the original objective? And I'll just
You're
start
right.
walking out awkwardly.
Okay.
Goodbye.
And I take one of two metal cups with beverage on my way out.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Quick question. As the three of you exit this bar, do you turn left or do you turn right?
We probably should have asked someone where the library was, shouldn't we?
Just lean back in. Hey, which way is the library?
You hear a voice go, "It's over there."
Left or right, my guy?
Right.
Are you sure?
Don't think that's right.
That's left. That's not left. So it's not left.
Let's go back towards the ship. And then keep going.
You wanna go to the ship? We can go right, or we can go to the other right, or we can split up, or we can die. It's a very beautiful day.
You could stay here with your friends, Wyoming.
That's very thoughtful of you. But we have a mission, lady.
So which way are you going?
I'm just gonna start walking back towards the ship.
Okay, so you go right. Cool.
Sure.
Okay. And the three of you head back the way you came, the same direction this individual eventually directed. and you head that way. So, switching over to the other side of the Iron Ring, nearly. Bobbi, Xander, and Lunar. Xander and Lunar, you're stood behind Bobbi as they open the door to the warden's office. And you heard a bang as the door opened. And then immediately see Bobbi kind of with a face full of blood. What are you doing in this instance?
Immediately on the offensive.
Yeah, like I think Lunar would like maybe grab Bobby's shoulder and kind of pull them back from the door instinctively and kind of put body in front and like hand on the gun, kind of
I think Xander goes to put his hand on his knife, but is kind of just looking down at the body. Like, I don't think that's supposed to be there.
Okay. Bobbi.
Yeah.
What's happening?
I think I'm standing there, and for like until Lunar like kind of pulls me back, I'm just like kind of frozen. Like I would imagine my hand is still kind of where like I pushed the door, and then once Lunar kind of pulls me back, I'll just go, cool, okay. And then I'm gonna look at the person who like did the shooting basically, and just like giving them a look of, explain please, like.
They look at you and they go, oh, sorry, I didn't see you there. And they kind of look over to the person that was stood next to him, who is now just kind of dragging by the ankles the body away, who looks up at you and just kind of like nods with a little smile. And they go, can I help you?
Yeah, who had the...
Well, who's carrying the head? Was it me?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
Xander's
it
got the
was
head.
you.
Yeah.
I just hold up the head.
Cool.
We're here to claim a bounty of some kind, but there's a little bit of a... There's a little bit of a, I guess, mix-up. Is we weren't the ones who originally had the bounty, but we delivered on the bounty. How do we get it resolved?
Right. Okay.
We
Well,
have
We
to-
hear about Bo Zappa. And I
okay.
hand him
I see.
The paper.
Oh, okay. Come in.
The one-
Come in.
the
Don't just
one
stand in the
that
doorway
has-
now. Come on.
Right.
Inside. Just watch your step, though. 'Cause
Yeah.
No,
do
I've
you,
not put
do you need help? What? Okay, never mind.
They're gone. There's a trail of blood leading away. The body's gone.
Fair enough.
So this individual ushers you in, like, yeah, I leave the head for the minute. I don't need to see that yet. Just pass me the paperwork and kind of explain to me what's going on here.
I had the
I look
paper.
at the captain.
Yeah, who had the paper? Was it me?
It was either you or Xander had it all.
Okay, I'll just say it was me.
It's one of
So
you.
this is the notice that we got that there was a bounty available. I don't know if we were the original bounty hunters. We just saw it and went after him.
He takes it. Looks over. It's like, oh, hey, just give me 1 minute. And
Yeah.
you see him like open a filing cabinet. Starts kind of scrolling through, pulls out. So, oh right, okay, I remember. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yes, that was Baker and his group. Okay, where's Baker?
dead.
I was gonna say, presumably dead. We found this guy surrounded by a lot of dead people. Also, that guy was a pain in the ass. He cut my leg off. It was a whole thing.
So, are you guys with Baker and his crew? Because that's who had the bounty.
Right. No.
We found Baker dead.
Right.
So here's what happened. The only reason we know about this bounty is because we found a space station that Baker and presumably the whole crew lived on. When we got there, everybody, including Baker, was dead. On him, he had a notebook, this bounty notice, and a tape recorder basically saying either stay away from this guy or we were supposed to go after him, but we recommend you stay away. And we definitely did not follow that particular order and absolutely went after this guy for the money. And now we're here to collect. So that's the story, Morning Glory. Yeah.
Okay. Right, well. Right. So if you want to collect on this, I mean, I'm presuming the head is your proof of completion?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, well, can you pass me that, please, just for a second? And he takes his, okay. The guy who dragged the body away, he gives the head to them and goes, "Can you just check the ID on that?" And he's like, "Okay." Toddles off into the back. He's like, "Right. So for transference of a bounty, there's a little bit of paperwork that needs to be done. So just he pulls out a ream of paper about that thick and pops it on the table. And he's like, right, so Baker Monroe, deceased, bounty Bo Zappa. So who's in charge? Okay. Your name?
Legal name, nickname, what are
Name?
do you have? Bobbi Turner.
Bobbi Turner. What's others? Okay. Spins the pad round and goes, can you sign here? Here. Initial here. Sign here. Goes, can you show me your hand? And he stabs you in your middle finger really quick with a needle. He's like, can you just imprint it here?
Warning next time.
Cool, no. Sign here. Initial here. Oh, wait, no, not there. Sorry, there. Cool, thank you. Okay, so that's that. Okay, so the bounty is now transferred over officially. That's fine. I'll put that in there. There'll be some additional paperwork I'll give you. You can take it away with you. It's part of the registration documents, but you can bring those back whenever. So now we just need to book in the bounty. He pulls out another pad. It's just a little bit more paperwork. Starts filling out, and the guy comes back and goes, "Yeah, that's him. It's bigger than he used to be, but yeah, that's him."
Oh, bro, he was massive. He took my leg off.
Okay, well, you got two now, so well done.
It was done.
Anyway, yeah, it's him. Yeah, that's him. And the guy with the paper goes, "Okay, cool, wonderful, thank you very much." Okay, so can you sign here? And here. Thank you. That's it. And he puts it like this. Okay. So. Oh, payment. Yeah, you need paying, don't you? Sorry, it's. I do apologise. It's been a bit of a day. It's been a busy morning. Let me just check how much is on that bounty. And he starts going through some paperwork. And he's like, okay. So there's two payments here. For this one, there's 1,000 hollows. So, and he pulls out a little box and he's like, you can. There you go. There's 1,000 there. You can count it if you want, but trust me, it's there.
I'm gonna pass it over to Lunar and Xander to start counting.
Okay, there is literally 1,000 of these very thin metal discs in there.
I'll help. I'll help once I
count
get
how
done.
many is in one stack, and then I count the stacks and do the math in my head.
Okay, all the stacks are at different heights.
Oh, that's a pain in the ass.
Mhm.
Thanks, Danny. Of course they are.
And he looks and he goes, okay, so second part of payment here is like, so this was like Baker negotiated this with the owner of the contract. So Baker had a station. I'm presuming he's dead now, so is that gone? Is that
No, we
Yeah, it's ours.
yours now?
Mine now.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, congratulations then. There's Have you got a ship? How did you get here? Oh, you must have.
Yeah.
You must have. Okay.
Yeah. have a ship.
There's a module for you to for the station.
Oh, okay. What kind of module are we talking about?
He looks through and he's like, it's a multifunction room, so it's one of those that you could use for like multiple things or functions if you want to do a bit of that. So it's a multi-purpose module.
got it.
So it's up to you. But yeah, that's part of what he negotiated with the contract.
Okay.
Can I ask, sorry, Captain, but may I ask, who was the original contract that he negotiated with? Like, who originally set out the bounty for him?
Right, hold on a minute. And he starts
Thanks, sorry.
looking through his ream of papers.
Yeah, sorry.
Appears to be redacted.
There's no record?
I mean, he like lifts up a false page like name, and he's like, there's just like a black line, like a thick black line where the name would be. It's like, I mean, it was there, I guess.
That's sure.
Is
That's
that-
not sketchy at all.
Is that typical of these sorts of contracts? Do you know? I mean,
this is a high value contract. I'll be honest. You know, Bo Zappa. We all know who Bo Zappa is. We all know the bullshit he was doing.
Psychopath, yeah.
And the reward on this was high value. So usually, high value clients who put out these bounties tend not to like to advertise their wealth out here. So they do sometimes redact their names. This looks like it was done afterwards, though. I'll be honest. I've not been here that long. This is an old contract, so
All right.
How old is it?
This is like 10 years.
Oh, dang. Okay.
Yeah, almost.
Wild.
I've only been here 6, so before my time a little bit. But hey, congratulations, you've got a fair bit of money
thanks.
yeah.
now. Drinks on you, hey.
Cool.
Got any? Are we looking for more work later?
Yeah, always.
Is there anything available?
Yeah. Give me 1 second. I'll just grab this. And he pulls out like a file, opens it, and like puts 4 different like little sheets out in front of you. He's like, these are what I've got open and unclaimed at the minute. So you've got your pick of the 4, I guess.
Cool. Is it cool if we take a look at these for a couple minutes?
Yeah, sure.
Can we take multiple, or is it a one?
You
only take
can.
one?
I mean, you can take as many as you want, as long as you're, you fulfill them. Some of them are time sensitive, so
Right.
if you don't complete it within set parameters and stuff, then it will get passed on to someone else, and you won't be able to claim on those.
Got it.
But yeah, by means, have a seat, and he points to like a really rickety looking, like busted spring couch. It's like a waiting area in here, which is really weird because there's just blood everywhere. He's like, have a seat, have a look through, take your time.
One more quick request, if possible. Can I get a copy of the original contract for Bo Zappa?
Fucking hell. Yes. I
Cool.
can do that. Yeah, not a problem. Give me
That'd be awesome.
give me like 5-10 minutes
Yeah.
to sort that out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Of course.
cool.
Cheers.
No problem. And he like takes all the paperwork and he like heads into a back room, like close to the door. And you are left in this kind of waiting area, with a floor covered in blood, a busted couch, and these 4 sheets of paper.
So here's the weird thing. 2 things, right? I absolutely want to know who wanted this damn shard, because we all know this bounty wasn't just about the fact that he was a serial killer. At least not. I can't imagine such a high paying contract would be just to take down a serial killer. So there's that. But my thing too is, if this was also time sensitive and was put out 10 years ago, that's weird. That's why I want a copy to see exactly what the post date was.
Yeah,
And if there was a like a deadline for it.
Or if like the price go up at some point, like, and then it was redacted, like, you know.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Can we take a look at the other jobs?
Yeah, let's take a look.
What do we got going on there?
So you have 4 possible jobs. The first one is an escort job. There is someone here on the Iron Ring, unnamed, that requires passage off the Iron Ring to... Hold on, let me quickly find my list. A misser. They want passage to a misser. Is that there is a cargo run. Someone has cargo somewhere. To be announced. TBA. That they need collecting and moving somewhere else. There is a bounty for the apprehension of an individual wanted for theft and counterfeiting. And there is a 4th one that is labour work on at a mining facility just north of Lacrimosa, the planet Lacrimosa.
So I think looking at these all kind of, and I'll glance at like Lunar and Xander, but I'll kind of scoot the 4th one, like the labor work, to the side a little bit. Just kind of like, which ones are, well, I was going to ask first, which ones are time sensitive?
The escort is time sensitive, and the cargo run are time sensitive. They appear to have been those contracts appear to have been issued in the past like week, and have a 2-week window for starting. Like these contracts need to begin within the next 2 weeks.
Then the hollow her.
So the escort is 200. The cargo is 150 plus stock. And the third, we had the escort, the cargo, the bounty. The bounty is 500. And the labor work is 1,200.
If I remember correctly, it's been a while since I remembered, but I think Amissa is my home planet.
Yes.
Yeah. Lunar just kind of stares at that one for a while, but is open to other things.
Before we pick one, Cap, do you want to run this by the others first?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
I know some of them are time sensitive and we gotta pick, but I mean, we could probably grab one before the end of the day.
I was also thinking we could see if there's any way that we could hit kind of multiple at once. Like we could go escort job, then cargo run. Is there any way we can tell maybe exactly where they are, GM? Like to see if that is something that would be kind of possible?
The cargo one does not say where the collection is on that, but it does say that the drop-off location is a misser.
Oh. Two birds, one stone.
I mean,
if whoever we're transporting doesn't mind making a pit stop with us.
that might be a good idea. Doesn't pay as much as the bounty, but might be nice to have something a little calmer after the bow incident. But we can talk with the others and see if they prefer the bounty.
Yeah. I'm down. But I'm definitely down to do any, honestly. I feel like the labor job is going to take 5 ever, even though it's 1,200.
Yeah.
The labor one was not time sensitive?
No. The labor one and the bounty one, neither of those were time sensitive.
Well, let's do this. Why don't we do the Omissa ones first, and then if nobody picks up on those other two by the time we get back, we can take those too. Although it could be a while. I don't know. They might be gone by the time we get back.
I mean, we could always go ahead and take the escort job, the cargo run, and run the other two by the rest of the crew. And if they want to go ahead and go with the bounty, go with the labor work, we can come back by, hopefully pick it up.
And they're not time sensitive, so we can just take them and do them.
Yeah. That's true.
Are we taking all 4?
Lunar, what do you think?
Sure.
Money is money is money, right?
Money's money.
So
The cargo one fascinates me a little bit because if we're also getting cargo of like a cut of whatever the cargo is, which seems to be what was implied, is that correct?
it said stock, which
STOC.
We get stock
Okay.
options.
STOCK. So yeah, it the implication that like it sounds like it is what is being transported, but who knows?
If somebody comes back at one point, can we basically just ask, like, can we return this? Like, I'm thinking out loud here. This is not Bobbi thinking, but like, if say like we talk with the others and they're like, oh no, we don't want to do the bounty, we don't want to do the labor work, can we like come back and return it, kind of thing?
Like a 14 days grace purchase sort of window.
Yeah, exactly.
Or it's more of like if we
I have
go
my
see them and then
receipt.
come back at the end of the day and be like, hey, actually we can't do this. I think
I will
So like
say
a flyer, you just take one.
yeah. So the guy comes back out and goes to Xander and goes, here's your copy. There you go.
cheers.
And he's like, have you guys picked? Do you need any information? You
Uh,
seem new at this. I'm getting a new vibe.
Yeah. If you have
Some of us.
any helpful materials, can we take these, discuss with the rest of our crew, and if we decide, oh, this isn't for us, can we bring it back to you? Are we
By the end of the day,
reluctant?
or-
Yeah.
So the way, okay, opens a drawer. What's that? So here's a leaflet. Take this.
Thanks.
It's like, welcome to the world of contracting. He's like, so the way it works is if you're going to take one of these jobs, we assign it to you and your group. So that is then locked in with you. If you at any point wish to return a contract and not complete
Like
on it,
unassigned from it.
yeah, you can do that. As depending if it's time sensitive, then
Right.
you know, like if you're going to take the contract, ideally you can't really return it in time because then it fucks things up for other people. But you can return them and be like, hey, you know, we're not going to take this one on. That's that is okay. Just the time sensitive ones, it's like if you're gonna take it, you do it. Kind of like the unwritten rule, as it were. But yeah, like if you wanna bring one back, that's fine. As you guys are having this conversation, the door opens behind you, and you see two very large gentlemen walk in. One holding the other, who appears to have the lower half of their arm missing, and the end stubbed with a cloth. Who's kind of got like a wet face, appears to have been crying. This like 6'7" individual, and they both come to the counter like, he chopped his arm off. You need to do your jobs.
Jesus.
And the guy behind the bar is like, "What the fuck? Like what?" It's like they're at the bar. They came in, they started mouthing off, and he chopped his arm off. Like he's like with no arms. It's like, oh shit.
Been there, buddy.
Okay. It's like okay, and you see them. The person around the bar grab a radio. He's like, "Hey, it's Jericho here. We're gonna need some assistance at the rig. Someone's kicking off. They've chopped Frank's arm off." And another person online goes, "Hi, this is Stephen at the dock. What? Hello? Oh, for fuck's sake. Stephen, get off the radio. This is the Warden's channel. Any available Wardens on? You get to the rig." And the Jericho puts radio down and says, "Oh, fucking idiot. Right. Take the paperwork, mull it over, come back later today.
Perfect.
I've got something to sort out."
Clearly.
Yeah, I mean, hey, if you want in, like, might be a bit of a fight. If you want in, any hands helpful.
What?
You see,
What even? I look at the captain. I look at Luna. I'm like, do you want to ask? What happened?
Yeah, what?
Because now I'm mad on. I think Xander has a moment. Xander has a moment because he also just lost a limb and also had 2 metal robot arms. So he has a lot of sympathy for this man.
Mm-hmm.
I think he just walked like, what?
And
What
at
happened?
this point, Frank's crying and going, They were talking about my sister, and then I told them to stop, and they chopped my arm off." And he just continues to sob. And then Jericho's like, "Fucking go to medical. Just go to medical. Sort his arm out. We'll deal with this." You see Jericho pull out a very large gun, rifle size, shouts to his companion here at the office, who comes out with like 2 pistols in their hands, and it's like, "Job on." And they both kind of exit the office and head like back the way you guys had come.
Okay. I guess we're not helping with that.
God, this place has gone to shit.
So everyone leaves this warden's control office, and the 3 of you are kind of left stood there with your contracts, slightly bewildered at the interaction you just seen in front of you.
Swear to God, if I knew what that guy looked like.
But you have these 4 contracts to mull over with the rest of your group.
Mm-hmm.
And it's at this point we're going to take a quick break. So for everyone watching, thank you very much for sticking around. We're going to take like a quick 10-minute bio break, stretch our legs and everything for when we come back to see where everyone is and what everyone's doing. So yes, please get some water, stretch your legs. We'll be back in about 10 minutes. See? Bye. And we are back. Thank you very much for sticking around whilst we had our little break. For anyone that has joined us whilst we were on break, to give you a very brief recap of the first part of our session. The group are on the Iron Ring in an attempt to claim their bounty. One half of the group has gone to the Wardens, the law of the land in this space age Wild West, to claim the bounty, and they have, whilst they managed to do so, and are now currently in discussions on what new contracts they're going to take. Now they are registered with the Wardens as contractors. They're now able to take on new things, and they have 4 options there: an escort job, a cargo run, a criminal bounty, and some labouring work on a mining facility. The other half of the crew, well, what do we say about what they were up to? They went to a bar, they drank some gasoline, Wyoming spoke, people lost limbs, and they gained a lot of information whilst they were there. They then left the bar on their way to the library, the original focus of their departure. Hopefully they'll make it there. Whilst the other half of the crew were at the warden's office, 2 gentlemen came in, one missing half their arm, complaining that there were some ruffians in the bar causing problems and assaulting people. So the wardens called in reinforcements and headed out to the bar to get things under control and find out what went on and what's going on, leaving the group in the office with their choices. We will turn to Echo, Mira, and Wyoming. The 3 of you are casually strolling back from the bar, making your way past the docking area for where your ship is, and you continue on past that in hopes of reaching the library, this big historic resource area. As you're walking along, you see people kind of milling around, doing little bits and pieces. You see there is the sound of music coming up ahead, as you hear what sounds like a piano being played, or a keyboard or something similar. And you continue on, and you see there is a woman sat at some sort of digital keyboard thing. She's got a long black hair tied in a ponytail, and she's kind of just like jiving away while she plays, singing something to herself, something to do with like miles and distances. And you continue on past, ignoring them. You're not really that interested in what's going on there because you have a mission to do. You have a job. So you continue on, and after a minute or 2 of continuous walking, you see to your right a large kind of bulkhead door that is open, maybe 4 feet wide. Outside it, you see a small stack of books on the floor, and on the opposite side, you see. Let me just close this. On the opposite side of the door, you see like a filing cabinet there, half open with papers strewn out of it. As you approach and you get a little bit closer, it looks like some sort of storage lockup full of paper, boxes, books. But I mean, it's not organized, but if it was, it could be a library. The question is, as you kind of approach and see this, what do the 3 of you do?
So is this the library? It does look like a almost a library, but not sure if it's a library.
It could be a library.
Well, it is our library.
Is there anyone inside the library at the moment?
You're still outside. Peering in, you don't like directly see anyone. But kind of looking in, it does look very much like a warren of piles of material.
I suppose we found it then. And I'll just start walking straight into the library. What I presume is the library, hopefully.
But I mean, what do you do in a library? Never been in one before.
I can tell.
Yes.
I'll just keep walking.
Okay, so you head in. Do all three of you head in?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you head into the library, and as you kind of pass the bulkhead doors and you pass the threshold into this area, you see that it is just piled high with boxes, books, scrolled paper. Could be like diagrams, documents. It is a mass of information strewn about this place. Very much unorganized, but well, to look at, very much unorganized, but it is everywhere, and there's like hobbit holes of passageways and stuff to move through within this area. And as you kind of go in and you start looking around, you don't initially see anyone, but after a couple of moments you kind of hear the shuffling of paper, and a small gentleman, maybe about 5'2", shuffles around a corner with a ream of paper under one arm and like a small cane in the other. This gentleman looks maybe early 70s, perhaps. Very much like white hair, bald on top, and very much thinning what's left at the sides. He's wearing like simple shirt, pants, and he kind of pops on the corner, completely oblivious to you at first. And he pops with, oh, hello. Sorry, I didn't know anyone had come in. He's like, oh, Wyoming. I've not seen you for a while. Oh, I've got that book. And he puts the papers down, and he holds it on. He comes and goes, here you go. You asked for it, and then I don't know where you went. But here you go.
Yeah, thank you very much, a stranger that I never seen before in my life. I'm going to take this present that you are giving to me right now, even I don't have any clue of what it is, actually.
You always a kidder. There you go. No charge this time. You know, you've been here so many times before. It's like, you must live here. And he hands you the book, and you take it.
Do tell us again how you've never been to a library, Wyoming.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, a library. I mean, sorry, it's the accent was an issue for me. Yes, of course, a library full of books and knowledge. It's like a bar, but with no alcohol on it, just the knowledge.
I just stare at him.
Okay. The gentleman's like, are these your friends, Wyoming? You don't normally bring people by.
Yes, my good fellow that I never see before in my life. These are my friends. This is Echo. Echo, say hello to my new friend that I never see before in my life.
Hello, sir.
A pleasure.
Yes.
Wyoming, he can be a funny sort.
You know, I'm such a cheeky person.
Mm-hmm.
And this is Myra. Myra, it's a very amazing synthetic women with full of many capacities and talents and qualities. And yeah, Mira, say hello.
Hello. He is not my friend.
You.
Okay.
A joke.
Oh my god, you're killing me. You're killing me. Seriously, you're killing me right now. So, I don't know. What's the plan? Listen, I don't know if you can help us. We are looking for some information in particular.
Mm-hmm.
My good fella. Myra, would you please give this man the proper specs of the things that we're looking for?
We are looking for something we believe to be a void crystal.
I
Or
see.
information on void crystals, I should say.
I see. Okay. Hmm. Well,
Are you okay?
Let me have a think.
Do you have any sort of cataloging system? I'm
Cata
looking
who?
around at the jumble of shelves.
Oh
Cataloging
yeah,
system.
it's over there. It's over there. Void. That's geological, astrological, space. No, not space. Outside space. So it's theological, but geological. The G T. So we're in the middle somewhere.
Jesus, man, the void.
We-
It's just
we-
the void with the B.
No, it's going to be in because it's part geological, but then there's like theology and kind of other stuff, so it'll be filed in between those two. So we're looking at L, section L. That's near row 7 in region Q. Okay, come with me. I'll show you. It's easier this way. And you see the person turn around with their stick, pick up the pile of papers they had originally, put them under their arm, and start kind of toddling off down a passageway of books and boxes along the way, and like, so where have you been, Wyoming? You know, it's been you've not been here for a while. I mean, you know, you asked me to get that book, and then there was the other book, and then you asked for those scrolls, and you asked for that maintenance log, and then you wanted the book on dating, and I don't know what I mean.
Jesus
you
Christ!
took the
Yes. I mean, ha ha ha! Ah, boy, yes, I remember now. I was very interested in some, the way to develop a little more attractive charisma. On my jokes. Yes. It's everything is a joke. It's a comedy. It's a comedy content. Exactly. Yes.
I mean, you've lived such a tragic life. So anyway, continuing on, and he keeps going round these like curving passages. He's like, right, okay, we have arrived. He puts his papers down and he picks up his stick and he goes, "You see that there?" And he points to like a high stack of books. And on top of it is a small box. He says, "See that there? That box at the top?"
Yes.
Yeah. Do you all see it?
Yeah.
It's not in there.
Box.
It's nothing to do with that. I just find it interesting that there's a box on top of this stack that I've never been able to reach or get.
Oh, for the love of God.
I mean, yeah. You're full of surprises, like giving this kind of shit in front of my friends. Thank you very much. That's amazing.
Anyway, I digress. Come with me. He continues on, and he gets to a section and he's like, right. He pulls a book from among a pile and he goes, "So this one tells you about the void." And then he toddles on like 4 steps, pulls a scroll out. He goes, "This one talks about crystals. There's a chart of crystals." And then he's like, toddles on a little bit, turns a corner slightly out of eyesight of the three of you, and then pops his head back. He goes, "Hurry up." And keeps going. And then he's like, "Right, here we go. Void stuff." And he's like, "Okay, just stand back. stand back. And he goes over to like a very tall stack of books, and he counts up them till he gets to like eye height, and he's like, there. And he puts his hand on that book and pushes above it and topples the stack over, like in front of him, that way. And then holds that book, pulls it out and goes, is it this one? Like rubs the side of it where it's got some dust over the text. Go, there you go. There you
go. He hands those to whom?
He just, to the three of you, he just puts it in, he just places it out in front of the three of you.
Mary, is this what are we looking for? I don't know. Can you check this out?
It could be. Generally, you have to read a book to glean the information inside.
Yeah. Maybe we can have a very quick, add over, just to see if this is what are we looking for. Because this man, it's a funny man. Sometimes gives you books that you don't need and you never ask in your life. So I don't know. Maybe this is a prank of his. I don't know.
I'll take the book and I'll start thumbing through it, just looking for anything that mentions void crystals.
Okay. So you take it and you open the cover. And the first thing you see is the title of the book is Spatial Anomalies and Their Physical Manifestations. And you start flicking through and it talks. Like the first few pages you flick through talk about black holes, asteroids, space-time ruptures. And you see a section that talks about the void, beyond the edges of the universe. And you look through and it basically, like, because of your AI self, you're able to read at a slightly faster pace than a normal human would. And you flick through like the first couple pages and it basically is like 6 pages of bullshit nothingness, just filler text that's like, the void is this big mysterious place out there, and in the void is these things that don't really make sense or we don't know what's there, but it's 6 pages of that. And then you get to a section that's like, void shards, physical manifestations of the void extruded into the known universe from unknown origins. These black, yellow-laced crystalline structures hold material value to those who travel the far reaches of the universe. In terms of mineral composition, unknown. In terms of mechanical usage, unknown. In terms of energy source, nil. High spiritual value is kept with these things as people believe they are something beyond. The void still being a largely unknown section of space. Little has been gleaned from it, but people feel that there is a beyond and will latch on to manifestations of that. Then you turn the page and it's like, what happens when you fire a gun in space? Does it move faster? Does it move slower? Does it move at all? And then it's literally a section about spatial propulsion and trajectories.
Well, that is entirely unhelpful.
What did it say, is that book? Is that what we need?
No one knows much about these. Although apparently they do have some little value as spiritual tokens.
Spiritual tokens? Like, are we talking about ghosts and stuff like that?
Not quite. People believe there is something out there, at the fringes of the universe.
Oh, believe me, there's something out there. I know, I've seen it. It's ugly.
Does this factor into your tragic backstory? And I look at the librarian who showed us in. Wyoming is very shy, you see. He will not tell us.
Really? Oh, well, you'll have to stop by for a drink, and we'll have a chat. I'll tell you everything.
Perhaps I will.
Yes.
What was that, Wyoming?
Are there any? I'm sorry, I cannot hear you.
No, that's fine. I'm just talking with my new friend, like.
So, is there anything else I can assist you with today?
Yes. Wyoming said the books he borrowed were very interesting. I should like to borrow them too.
Oh, okay. Where did we keep them?
No, there was just one copy, I think, and it messed up. It's completely messed up, unreadable.
Maybe there's a wait list.
Just gibberish.
Oh, I'm sure I've got some more copies somewhere. It was
No, you don't have any more copies, friend. Well,
I do. The novel. I definitely have copies of the novel because it was very popular back in its day.
Jesus.
As erotica was. I'm sure I'll find one. I'll find another one. It's fine. I will dig a copy out. If again, come back anytime. I'll dig them out. I'll pop them to one side, and then I'll, by all means, a friend of Wyoming is a friend of mine.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah. Yes.
And you don't happen to have any more tomes on the crystals? Or anything that might be vaguely related?
I would have to do a bit of research on those for you and see if I can find any more. I have a list of my inventory in the back. I'll go and have a peruse.
Is there anybody on the Iron Ring that you know of that worships or who engage with the void shard spiritually and
Ooh, now you're asking me questions. Let's have a see. I mean, I don't know a lot about the void and the heebie-jeebie stuff with all that. There's, I mean, you could go. You could go to the temple space and ask around there where all the spiritualist people and the religious ones spend their time. Maybe one or two of those might know something. I mean, I wasn't eavesdropping in your conversation, but the one reading the book, mentioned that people worshipped these things. That's the main point of worship here, and it's it's whatever faith you choose, you can openly worship there. So maybe ask around there.
Are we the first group of people who asked you about this? Has anybody else come by? Maybe not, since that book was so hard to find.
No one has asked about these before. Not that I remember. But then I don't.
Surely you don't remember, because apparently you remember everything about anything. I mean, Jesus.
Oh, people worshipped him a long time ago. That was a long way off. I remember that. Void. No. Maybe. It's been a while.
Okay. Are we good? Should we go back to the ship? Should we meet up with the captain?
If you do find anything further, we are aboard the Stella.
Okay. Wonderful.
Yeah, well, nice chat. This is getting kind of hot, so I'm going catch some air. See you round.
lovely seeing you again, Wyoming. Please do stop
Yeah,
by. It's been a while. We'll have a tea. We'll have a
I'm
scone.
just leaving. I'm just leaving right now. Thanks a lot, partner.
Thank you, sir.
It's been a pleasure. And you all leave the library and leave this elderly gent to his books.
Yeah.
Okay. As the three of you make your way back through the warren of books to the entrance, you are maybe 5 feet away from the bulkhead doors, about to leave the library, and you see 3 or 4 individuals run past the front of the library, going left, towards like the docks and that side of the ship, of the station. Sorry. They kind of rush past, and as you're getting there, and as you get like up to the bulkhead doors directly, you see another gentleman run past holding a very large rifle, running the same way, trying to catch up.
Do you guys think those guys are... I'm just wondering. I mean,
Well, something seems to be going on.
Well, whatever it is, it's not about us. I'm sure about that. Because we're smooth, partners. We're smooth. Walk in, walk out. No one knows a thing. That's our motto.
Having said that, maybe we should hustle back to getting on the ship.
Yeah, we should do that.
That will be good.
And I just put down my goggles as we start walking, just in case.
Okay, so the 3 of you are now making your way back to the ship. Yeah? Cool.
Headed back that way.
Yeah, okay. So, you guys make your way back that way. Doesn't take you long, as the library isn't that far past the docks anyway. You head back, you turn right onto the docking platform, as it were, where all the umbilicals are that attach to the ships. Yeah, you continue on. You get to the entrance of the Stella, and the door is locked, and you are unable to enter your ship.
Does anyone knows the code of access to the ship? Because this looks like completely locked.
Let me take a look.
Do I know of any access code?
You take a moment and you look and you go, maybe Bobby's got the key, because Bobby locked the door.
Well, the captain locked the door.
I mean, wait. Are you telling me that our ship use a key for entrance? A bloody key?
It is a little antiquated.
I mean, what is this? Is a 23rd century? I mean, come on.
Antiquated.
Can't be hacked.
It can be hacked.
It can't be. Sorry. There's a field here, interference.
And you know how? Have you done this before? Because now I'm intrigued.
Oh, no, it cannot be hacked. A physical key, I couldn't,
Are you sure? Because I'm pretty sure you are a criminal, so you must have some talents for this kind of endeavors.
I'm not, but we can always go back to the library and ask your friend if he has any books on lockpicking.
Good one. I won't say a thing. That was kind of low, but I respect that.
I also don't believe that you won't say anything.
Yeah, well. You got me there. So are we going to find out the captain or what? Because we don't have a key for this ship.
We should probably get some copies.
Yeah, or I don't know, maybe change the lock for something more modern. I don't know. You know, like an access code,
Ooh,
something more, like contemporary,
perhaps I
fascinating.
could make an eye
exciting.
scanner. Or maybe
Ooh, that-
fingerprint recognition.
That would be great. Yeah. It can be done. We can do that.
So, watch the three of you stand outside the ship discussing new possible ways to enter. Xander, Bobbi, and Lunar. What are the three of you doing? The wardens have left to pursue a group of criminals attacking innocent patrons of the Iron Ring. You have 4 possible contract options with you. Looking at the time and the time spent, you had, upon leaving the ship, initially said you would like reconvene after like an hour or two, and it's kind of coming up on like an hour and a half, nearly the 2-hour mark now. So what do the three of you want to do?
I know that whenever we had last session went off, we passed by an antique shop, a cosmologist observatory, and a black market. I wanted to go shopping.
I can vibe with that.
Okay.
And as we're walking, I would like to give Xander and Lunar their 125 if I can. Or let me rephrase that actually. Before we leave, I would like to do that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. That's fine. You can do that.
Just walking around with 1,000 hollows in our pockets. Is that the plan?
Do we have a better idea?
Meh.
It'll be just stick close together. It should be fine.
I mean, it's fine. I'll just put them in my bag. It's fine.
So, where would you like to go?
I have particular things I want to buy that I've had since last session.
Mm-hmm.
So if I can kind of sneak away a little bit from Xander and Lunar, I would like to get pants for Xander, plant seeds for me, actual beef for Wyoming, some sort of tech stuff for Mira, a pull-up bar or maybe a yoga mat for Lunar, and then a portable straw for Echo.
Okay. Roll me a savvy roll.
Oh god, that's a D12. I'm gonna use a void point. 13.
Okay. Roll me a tech roll.
Oh, I don't wanna.
Okay. So, you head first to the antique shop. You peruse the wares in this antique shop. Now, an antique shop on the Iron Ring isn't like an antique shop we know here in breaching the fourth wall in the real world. This is a more of a general store that sells old shit, basically. But looking around, you see that there is a clothing section, and there are a couple pairs of pants there you can choose from. You have the options of black, grey, brown, black, or grey.
Black.
Okay, so you got a pair of black pants. What else was it you were looking for?
Plant seeds, actual beef for Wyoming, some techie stuff for Mira, and then a pull-up bar, yoga mat, wasn't sure for Lunar, and then the portable straw.
Okay, so you find pants. Looking around, you don't see plant seeds or anything like that, but you do ask the proprietor of this store, do they have any plant seeds? And they kind of think to themselves, go, no, not that I can think. Oh, who? Maybe. And they go looking in the back, going, it's going to cost you. It's like 20 hollows. It's not going to be cheap.
Let me get the other things first, and if
Okay.
I have a little left over.
Okay, yeah. Okay. No and you go ahead looking around. You do not find a pull-up bar or a yoga mat, but you do find like a rug, but it's more like a runner, so it's like a thin, long one. But it's that kind of really itchy material. But it's thick enough that it will give a bit of padding against the floor. But it's a little bit itchy if you kind of rub your hand on it for too long. Could work as a yoga mat as an option. In terms of techie stuff, you have a plethora of broken crap around you can choose from. So you could literally get like a metal crate and fill it with bits and pieces, potentially to build anything. There's electronics, there's motorized gyros for movement, for wheels and stuff. There is like kind of bent and dinged up sheet metal that could be housings for things. One thing you do find is there is a small like fan unit that has like a suck or blow function to it, and other bits and pieces there as well. There's like bits for torches and lights and all that.
Mm-hmm.
So there's enough stuff there that you could pick something and pop it in for some tech.
Yeah.
Looking around, you see a lot of tubing, a lot of pipes and stuff like that. Again, you don't see any straws or pots or anything like that, unless you asked the proprietor or something like that, if you wish.
Yeah, I think as I'm sort of putting the stuff in, I guess, like a little basket, like some of like the small fan unit, maybe some of the like smaller, almost like gears or something. I'll see if I can find them. Do you have anything that's like a straw of some kind? I saw some of the like piping and tubing, but anything a little smaller?
Let me have a look. Maybe. Hold on. Let me. And they like start rummaging around. They pull out a white. It's a metal case that was painted white and it's all kind of chipped and stuff. And they open it and you see like there's a faded red cross on the top. And they open it and they look inside like, would this do? And you see a thin metal tube that kind of kinks to a shorter bit off it. That looks very much like a early 21st century metal straw. In there,
Yeah,
Okay,
that would be perfect.
Okay.
Is the case included too?
It's a medical kit.
Oh, that's probably not a bad idea.
I mean,
Yeah.
you can throw that in. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I'll put that on there for you. Anything else you're looking for while you're here?
Beef. Beef.
I don't sell beef.
Do you know who does?
It cost you
How much?
2.
How much has the other stuff run me?
So far, excluding the seeds item, you're looking at 30.
Okay.
So he's like, You head to the market alley. The market alley. Ask for Stephen, and he can hook you up with a beef.
Steven?
Yeah, the guy's called Stephen.
Okay. 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 I'll go ahead and get these.
Okay, do you want the stuff with the seeds?
Yeah.
Okay, so all in, we'll say 50.
Okay. And I'll
Okay. So he gives you, he kind of pushes everything over, and you see him hand you a small metal can. He goes, that should do you for seeds.
Thanks. I didn't get your name, I'm sorry.
Jacob.
Jacob. Many thanks, Jacob.
You're welcome. Welcome. You take your stuff and leave. So, Xander and Lunar, you see Bobbi kind of return to you with a crate full of crap, some other bits and pieces. As Bobbi has given you, Lunar, Xander, your cut, is there anything you want to do? Is there any way you want to go with that money at this point?
There's some things that I would like to get, but I recognize they may be difficult to find, and I may not have enough money for them. There's a couple things for the ship I would like to get if we can. A safe. Maybe a water filtration or just kitchen restock in general. Real coffee would be nice, but I'm not holding my breath. And then I want a new journal, but primarily a safe for the ship would be ideal.
Okay. I'll say we'll do this little shopping section of the session.
Yeah, and I don't. Yeah, I was gonna say it's not vital.
No, I'll say you're able to pick up a safe. Coffee's been extinct for about 50,
it's not
60
real
years.
Anymore, yeah.
It's synthetic, but there's different qualities. You can get some more higher quality coffee than what's on the ship already. And you can definitely get like a kitchen restock set up, and you can speak to someone who will actually deliver that stuff to your ship, like on a cart. It's like a standardized, like, we're going off, we need a restock set up. And you can get a journal as well.
That's it.
And everything. So that'll probably set you back in total about 35 hollows.
Right. Also note, because I don't have my sheet with me.
Luna, is there anything Luna wishes to pick up?
Yeah, she'll get some seeds for Bobbi.
Where are you gonna get these seeds from?
And I want to look into, I don't know what the prices would be, but getting guns for other people like Mira and Xander.
Guns for other people. Ooh.
I thought about a gun, but
let me have a quick look.
Even for like small ones.
They're gonna cost pretty penny.
Yeah.
Because again, there is no new in the world of Death in Space. There is no new manufacturing. There's no new production. Everything is repaired, recycled, reused. So firearms, they cost money. In terms of like pistols and revolvers, you're talking like 125 hollows up per.
125 for like the smallest, most basic pistol.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's my money. I think I would have gotten the seeds first and then realized I didn't have enough money for guns.
Okay. Seeds will cost you 10 hollows.
Okay.
And you asked for seeds, and the man went, "Yeah, sure, no problem," and gave you a small packet of something.
What is it?
You said seeds, and he gave you the packet and said they're in there. Some in there.
Are they seeds?
You shake it. It sounds like it could be seeds. Yeah.
Okay. Like, is this the secret drug language I don't know about?
Well, you purchased 10 hollows worth of seeds.
Okay.
Firearms are expensive. But you never know, guys. You may come across firearms from other places down the line.
Yeah.
Who knows? But if that's everything the three of you would like to purchase at this time, we'll say that all happens. Oh, go on.
Oh, sorry. Like any like armor or like protection?
Again, it's not cheap. You can get kind of like makeshift stuff. Just like heavily padded clothing. In terms of like bulletproof vests and stuff like that, like you're talking a lot of money.
And like guns for a ship would probably be like a lot.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you're talking thousands for ship weaponry.
Cool.
But yes.
All right. Oh, okay. A little thing then. Like, do we have like maybe some like extra cooking equipment for the ship? Like, like some extra pots and pans to get a little more.
Get that. I'd
or
say
like extra fancy ingredients.
Say 5 hollows.
Okay.
You spend 5 hollows, you can get some kind of like improved cooking equipment to actually cook with, rather than just kind of rehydrating rations. You've got actual cookware. So as long as you've got the ingredients to cook stuff, you'll be able to.
I'm done.
Cool. So, with this little shopping setup concluded, what are the three of you doing now? Where are you heading?
I think it's. Did we say we were meeting back at the ship?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I
would just say that we're probably ready to start doing that, so we can decide on what bounties we're taking.
Okay, so the three of you head back to the ship, and as you're kind of walking along the concourse of the Iron Ring, you're like a couple hundred yards away from where you turn into the docking bit, and you see the warden that you did your exchange with, and the other guy walking back towards you with 2 other gentlemen that look like wardens as well. They all wear the same sort of jackets and stuff. It's like a dark tan jacket with a collar and everything. And they're walking back towards you, and they're like, they got the slip on us. We don't know where they are. Got a good description though. This little guy in the bar told us exactly what they look like. There's some deranged hobo looking person with sunglasses. There's a very stiff woman with goggles, talks funny, and there's this masked, hooded, robed individual with a goddamn sword running around chopping people up. So the three of you, be careful. Okay, we've not found them yet. We've got wardens all over the station looking for them. We're gonna write the description down. We're gonna get it on posters. We're gonna get a contract set up. Everything. So if you want another bounty, let me know. There's probably gonna be some good money on this one.
Honestly, we might. That, especially if they might still be here.
Well,
we could.
Left yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, let us know for sure.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
dead or alive, I assume.
This was probably more than likely going to be dead.
Great. We'll take it
at this point because
especially if they're right here, we might as well.
They've committed this act on Iron Ring ground. Like we don't take no shit here. So
yeah, we got you.
That's clear.
Yeah, come back if you come back to the office later. I'm gonna go and write the paperwork, and then we're gonna send another search party out. They're not gonna get
great.
Too far.
Yeah, go ahead and set that up first. We'll come back and take that one on for sure.
Okay. Okay. And he heads on past you, like kind of like pats you on the arm as he goes, and makes his way.
I'm gonna wait till they're like
They're gone.
and then I'm gonna look at the other two and just go,
I'm gonna kill him.
what did
I'm gonna kill him.
they were
I'm gonna
supposed
kill him.
they were supposed to go to the library,
Well, now they're
right?
they
Like
all get
we
to-
all heard that, right? They were supposed to go to the library.
So
Xander, you heard that, right? Library.
I'm so mad, Captain.
Okay.
So here's what's gonna happen. They all get to lose a hand and
no.
lay in that damn pod like I did, so we can prove they're dead, get our bounty, and then leave. Cause I'm not here for I need a drink.
Okay.
Let's walking towards the ship.
Okay.
So the three of you
Sorry.
continue on, and you walk the couple hundred yards, and you turn the corner onto the docking bay area, and you walk on, making your way up to the umbilical where your ship is attached, and you turn to look at the umbilical, and you see Echo Mirror and Wyoming stood there round the corner, out of sight of everyone, but in front of the ship's door, casually chatting together.
I am giving them all, as we're coming up, giving them my sternest, like, mom look of just like, I'm not angry, I'm not mad, I'm disappointed at all three of them.
Or we could do voice recognition, although that is quite flawed. Perhaps it is better to stick with eye recognition.
I don't think that's gonna work for me.
Oh, that is true.
Hey, how's it going?
Very
Hello.
slow day. Nothing particularly exciting. I mean, we went
No
to the library.
one. Really, that's fascinating, Wyoming. I'm glad to hear that you had such a chill day, because we heard about somebody getting an arm chopped off by a dude in a cloak with a sword
Really?
in a bar near the library.
Wow.
Let's
This
let's not have this conversation out here. Okay, let's get y'all on the ship. Okay, and then we can have this conversation.
Absolutely. And I just wheel my shit towards the door.
I mean, I'm just saying, why so mad? Why the long faces? We didn't do a thing. I mean,
Okay. We will, how about this? We'll go in and, like, as I'm talking, I want to be like unlocking the ship. We'll go in, we'll put our stuff down. You guys can explain what happened from your perspective. Then
Would
we
like to
can-
point out, anything that did happen was Wyoming's fault.
thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much. That's that's very nice of you. I mean, you need to fix this, by the way. Not having another kind of lock for the ship. I don't know, Mom. And I just walk into the ship.
Okay. I'll wait till everybody else gets on and then I'll just making sure. Okay, 1, 2, like counting everybody.
Is everybody with your buddy?
Like a little ducklings.
Yeah.
Okay, so everyone enters the ship, and Bobbi, I imagine you close the door swiftly behind them all. You all enter and you go to the kitchen, the galley, the seating area, your main kind of meeting point. And you all sit down. Bobbi, you are all back on your ship. You have completed your contract and been given your reward. A reminder about the spaceship module that is going to be taken to the station for you. The guy knows where the station is when they set the contract, so he had mentioned earlier that he'll get that delivered and dropped off there. for you to attach. You'll just kind of be floating next to the station. So you have completed your contract. You have gained your reward. You are now contractors yourselves. You have been registered. You have 4 contracts, new ones you can now take with you that you have to decide which you want to take, or all of them. And you have your crew here in front of you, sat around. You have gained some equipment and some new bits and pieces to give out. You've also gained a contract on 3 of your crew members who have slightly upset some individuals here on the Iron Ring, the main civilization hub in this place. But you're all on the ship. Everyone is sat down and you are stood as the captain in front of your crew. What would you like to say to them as they kind of all sit here looking up at you?
I think I'm gonna do sort of like, you know, the desk lean where like people kind of stand like this.
The Janeway lean.
Like I'm gonna do that. Kind of look at everybody one at a time. I'll probably start with Lunar, my sort of oldest friend. And I'll look at our newest crew member, Echo, at the end. All right. Well, you 3 clearly got into something, whether it was all of your faults, Wyoming's fault, none of your faults. We can discuss it on the way. And then I'll kind of like motion at Xander to, because I'm assuming Xander has the contracts, to kind of plop them on the table. And then I'll like making sure that the sort of like thing full of money like makes money noises, you know, like jingling and stuff. So my question for us then is, what's next?
I think I make a point of, as I'm laying out the 4 bounties, I put the contract on the 3 of them on top.
You don't have that yet. It's not been written.
I don't have it. Okay, never mind. Retcon everything I just said.
So you all sit there, and Bobbi, looking pissed, shall we say, in a very disapproved mum sense, lays out this question to all of you. What next? And that's where we're going to end the episode. So, for those watching, thank you very much for watching this session. Thus ends the prologue to our Death in Space campaign. That's right. This was 9 episodes of us getting to know each other and feeling the vibe. And we will, next session, we will begin the main arc of Corrupted Frontier. So, for those watching, thank you very, very much for joining us. We're going to quickly go around the table and everyone's going to tell you who they are, what they do, and where you can find them and what they're up to. So we're going to go in reverse order than when we started, because why not? And we will start with our illustrious captain, Bobbi.
Hi, I'm Cori. I played Bobbi tonight. And wow, what a great session. But you can find me on the Initiative Order every other Wednesday for our Gobbling stream, and you can find me here for Death in Space, obviously. And I believe the new term I'm using is Chaos Creator for the Initiative Order instead of Content Creator. But you can also find me on Twitter, lovedays_, that's LOV. And yeah, just here supporting the Initiative Order however I can, and usually by being a GM. Player. Lord.
You'll be a GM more soon.
Oh, God.
Next up is the ever lovable, ever helpful Wyoming.
Hello, people. Thank you very much for being here tonight with us. My name is Homero Rios. I'm a comic writer with work published by Heavy Metal Magazine, Metal Urland, and you can follow me everywhere as the Homero Rios. So thank you very much, and we will see what's in our future. It will be very, very thrilling and amazing.
Thank you very much. Next up is the two-legged wonder, Xander.
Officially. Hello, everybody. My name is Mazz, and I have been Xander. My pronouns are they, them. You can find me everywhere words are hard. You could find me everywhere on the internet as Mazz Face. That's MAZZ Face. On Twitter, I'm at Real Mazz Face because some real estate agent stole my handle 10 years ago and won't give it back. I'm never going to stop telling that story. You can find me everywhere there. And you can find me on Wednesdays at Open Circuit Studios on their Leverage tabletop show. That's what I do. And this.
Thank you very much. Next up is our muscle, our clear-headed muscle, Lunar.
Hello. I play Lunar. Words are hard. Lunar Terracin. Can say my own character's name. I play Lunar Terracin, and my name is Melissa Rose. And you can find me on Instagram at Melrose Maps if you want to. I did do some doodles during this sketch, and I might post them there, but you can't see because white doesn't work on camera. So, if you want, I'm here on the Saturdays that we play.
Thank you very much. Next up, our... How do we describe Echo? Friendly, non-violent, chill.
There, they did start it.
True.
Hi,
yes.
I'm
Who
Rachel
are you?
Beauregard. I have been Echo, the Void. You can find me on Instagram. My design is Bad Duck Design. If you want to get news of the upcoming game that's going to be uploaded in the next few weeks, you can follow my personal Instagram at Manic Pixie Tank Girl. Also, keep an eye out intermittently on the initiative order for Mythical Melee, which is next one's coming up soon with Dragon Rock RPG. I do their promo art for that. So yeah, keep your eyes peeled for that.
Yes, thank you very much. And lastly, Mira, our jokey, light-hearted, energetic AI. Who are you, Mira? Tell us about
Hi, I'm Dawn, and I've been Mira. You can find me all over the internet as Dawn Whisper. I'm also a full-time streamer here on Twitch, so you can find me at twitch.tv/Dawn Whisper, where I'm usually playing RPGs and MMOs.
Awesome. Thank you very much. I'm Danny. You check for traps on things and initiative order, and I'm here. I'm here. Yes, thank you all very, very much for watching. Please check out our channel sponsors as well. There is links in the chat. There is links in our page and everything. They help us do the shows we do, and they help you guys by giving discount codes and money off on their stores. So please check them out. With that, we have a new show starting tonight. Shortly after this, we have Root, a mini-series with some very colourful woodland creatures. So please stick around later for that. And yes, we will see you in our next episode, where things will heat up, shall we say, and the void will creep ever closer as the universe collapses. But until then, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you later. Bye! Bye.